Hey everybody, welcome back to the next episode of Tie Guy, the sports guy. I am that guy. I am Tie Guy. I am a sports nut. Welcome to my next episode. Today we're going to talk about the good and the bad from this week. We're going to talk about the best performances last night. We're also going to talk about a little bit of the drama going on in Green Bay, Albert Pujols' release, and why the Angels will never be a World Series contender with Mike Trout. All right, so please like, subscribe, add, and share. All right, thank you very much. So the first thing we're going to talk about, the topic of conversation, is going to be the Friday's best. We're going to talk about the guys who had the best Fridays yesterday. The first one we're going to talk about is Eric Hosmer. Hosmer went 2 for 4, hit a bomb, had a run, had 2 RBIs, and his OPS was 1750. Yesterday, also Max Kepler had a wonderful day for the Minnesota Twins. He went 2 for 4 with a bomb, a run, 2 RBIs, and an OPS of 1850. The gentleman who had a wonderful day, Austin Slater, San Francisco Giants. He was 1 for 2 with the bomb, 3 runs, 1 RBI, and a stolen base. So if you had Austin Slater yesterday, he was filling up your stat sheet. And he also slugged 2750. One of the pitchers who had a great day was Sean Mancia. I hope I said his name right, for the Oakland Athletics. He had 7 innings and 1 out pitched, 10 strikeouts, and he had a whip of .41. So as a pitcher, he had a great day. Next gentleman who had a wonderful day was Buster Posey, the catcher for the San Francisco Giants, who's having a renaissance career year this year. He's back to being the old Buster Posey. I think personally, taking off the year 2020 for him did his body really well. He was worn down. He was probably a little tired, after being so young and catching so many games and so many extra games, with them going to the World Series and winning it in 10, 12, and 14. So now Buster Posey's back to his old self. The power's back. The stroke is back. He's feeling good. Next guy we're going to talk about is DJ LeMahieu. DJ LeMahieu is the best hitter on the Yankees. There is no doubt in my mind about it. That's why they gave him a contract extension. That's why they wanted him back this year. Yesterday he had 2 bombs, 2 runs, and 2 RBIs. His slugging percentage was 3,000, so DJ LeMahieu, to say the least, had a very nice day. Another pitcher who had a great day was Carlos Rendon. He went 6 innings, 8K, and he got the win. And, of course, we saved the best for last. Wade Miley, he got a no-hitter yesterday against the hapless, popless, worst offense in all of baseball, the Cleveland Indians. So that was the Friday's goods. So now we're going to talk about the hitters who had a really good week this week and the hitters who had a really bad week this week. So let's start with the positive. Let's go with the good. The first guy we're going to talk about is Andrew McCutchen. His batting average this week has been .333. He's had 2 home runs and 4 RBIs. Another gentleman who's had a really nice week is Marcus Semien, second baseman, third baseman for the Toronto Blue Jays. This week he's hit over 400. His average is .412. He's had an OPS of over 1,200. Next one we're going to talk about is Yan Gomes, the catcher for the Washington Nationals. He's hit over 300 this week. He's gotten 2 runs, 4 RBIs, and he's also hit 2 home runs this week. So from a catching perspective, that is a great week. The next guy we're going to talk about is Salvador Perez. Salvador Perez has hit over 400. He's hit .421 this week with a bomb and 2 RBIs and 2 runs scored as well. And the last guy who is right now the front runner for Player of the Week is Miguel Rojas, shortstop for the Miami Marlins. He has hit almost 600 this week. He's at .583 with a bomb, 5 runs, and 4 RBIs. That's the good. Now we're going to go to the bad. This week, the guys who have just been treading mud has been Tyler O'Neill. He's been 1 for 13, but he did have a swipe this week, which helps. Fernando Tatis, he is 1 for 12 this week. His batting average is .083, not what you expect from basically the face of the game. Next guy we're going to talk about is Aguilar for the Miami Marlins. He's had a terrible week after he was scorching hot last week. He's had 3 for 16 this week. He's hit a $188. Another guy who's really struggling this week is Carlos Correa. He's 1 for 16, but he's had 3 RBIs this week, so that helps a little bit. Freddie Freeman's probably had the worst week out of anybody this week. He's 0 for 11 with 1 run scored. Ty France for the Mariners has been 1 for 14 this week. His batting average is .071. Matt Olson for the Oakland A's. He was on fire a couple weeks ago. This week he is flameless. He is 1 for 18 with a batting average of a paltry .056. And the last guy who's really struggled this week, Aaron Judge. He's 1 for 17 with a batting average of .059. So that's the good. That's the bad for this week hitter-wise. And now we're going to talk about the pitchers who've had a great week this week. First guy we're going to talk about is Aaron Nola. 6 innings pitched, 10 Ks, and he got a win this week. Next guy we're going to talk about is Kyle Gibson, starting pitcher for the Texas Rangers. He threw 8 innings, 8 Ks, and his whip was .63 against his old team, the Minnesota Twins, this week. Mr. John Gray, starting pitcher for the Colorado Rockies this week. He had 6 innings pitched, 8 strikeouts, and a dub. A guy who had a great night last night was Zach Plesac. He pitched for the Cleveland Indians, went 8 innings, 7 Ks, and had a whip of .38. Zach Plesac has struggled this year so far, so that is a great start for him. Hopefully, that gets him rolling in the right direction here for the rest of the season if you're a Zach Plesac owner, or if you're a Zach Plesac fan or Cleveland Indians fan. So, and by the way, the Cleveland Indians are going to suck this year, so look for them to be huge sellers at the trading deadlines. They got lots of arms to deal, so maybe Zach Plesac is somebody who might go some. Just saying, after last season's off-field incidents with Mike's gone. Zach might be next on the chopping block for Cleveland. Speaking of Zach's, the next guy we're going to have is Zach Wheeler. He pitched for the Philadelphia Phillies this week. He had a great start. He went all 9 innings, complete game. He had 8 Ks, got the win, and he had a whip of .33, which is extremely low. So that's a great day in the office for Zach Wheeler. A closer who's had a great week is Ian Kennedy. Sorry, he's had a great week, Ian Kennedy. For the Texas Rangers, he had 2 innings pitched, 2 saves, and 4 strikeouts. Another guy who we just talked about is Sean Mania. He had a great night last night again, 7.1 innings, 10 Ks. He had a whip of .41. Now we're going to talk about Dylan Cease, who is now coming to his own, who is finding his stride. He went 6 innings this week, 11 Ks, got the win, and had a whip of .67. And then we saved the best for last. So we saved for the guys who had the no-nos this week, and one guy almost had a perfect game if it wasn't for a wild pitch. Oh, that's so heartbreaking. Last night, Wade Miley threw a perfect game. A no-hitter. I apologize. A no-hitter against the Cleveland Indians. He went all 9 innings. He had 8 Ks, got the win. His whip was .11. And we saved the best for last. John Means had the best game of his life. It's something he's going to remember forever. 9 innings, 12 Ks, 1 win, and he had a whip of 0-0. Again, the wild pitch was the only reason why he didn't get the perfect game. So it sucks, but that's how baseball be. So, All right. So, anyways, now we're going to talk about Albert Pujols and being released by the Los Angeles Angels of California, San Francisco, Los Angeles, San Diego, Mexico, Anaheim. So they are a franchise who is stuck in mud. They have the best player in all of baseball in Mike Trout. Unfortunately, they don't know how to do anything with their organization whatsoever. I kind of talked about this earlier this week. They don't know how to get pitchers. They don't know how to look at pitchers. They don't know how to trade for pitchers. Having Mike Trout, Anthony Rendon are just 2 pieces of the puzzle. They don't understand how to win World Series games. I mean, they've had Mike Trout for almost 10 years now, and they haven't won 1 postseason game in his tenure with the Angels. So, I mean, just to let you know, the whole organization has terrible philosophies. They have hitters coming up in Joe Adell and Brandon Marsh who are going to help them out in the future. They're long in the tooth. They're way over payroll with Justin Upton, Albert Pujols. Anthony Rendon's going to be a huge hit that they're going to have for a long time. Same with Mike Trout. So as if you're an Angels fan, if you follow the Angels, anything like that, you're going to be disappointed because they're going to be stuck in basically in the middle or below in the pack for a very, very long time until they figure out how to draft, develop, get young pitchers. You see all these pitchers coming up. Right now in baseball, the batting averages are really weak. The strikeouts are really high up. There's so many young pitchers. Pitching is so far ahead of hitting right now. Guys are throwing harder. They're getting stronger. They're getting faster. They're getting better on the mound. The technology factors coming in. They're understanding the mechanics better. They're understanding, how to pitch better. It's crazy how the pitching keeps developing, and it's getting better and better every single year. And for whatever reason, I don't know if it's the scouting department, I don't know if it's the GM department, I don't know if it's the owner, whatever it is for the Anaheim Angels, they the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim, Mexico, New York, California, LA, San Diego, San Francisco, Oregon. For whatever reason, those guys cannot figure it out. I don't know why. I don't know what it is. I don't know what their thinking is. Organization development, they hit on Mike Trout and they got him the 25th pick overall in the draft year. And then after that, they basically just shit the bed with everything else. So everybody who they get is basically going to be a sign for this a free agent signing. That's all they can really do. They have a couple of homegrown guys that develop. Walsh is a very nice first baseman they have. I know he was a homegrown guy. They've gotten him and brought him up. But just from a philosophy standpoint, I don't know what they're thinking. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know why they can't get pitchers, why they can't develop pitchers, why they can't sign pitchers. But as long as they can't figure that out, the rest of the league is figuring out. The Astros are developing their pitchers, and they're also having a lot more technological advances. And just in that division alone, you look at Cleveland. Cleveland's really good. They got a lot of young guys to keep bringing up. Tampa Bay is a perfect example. The Rays, they just keep building and building and building on top of their pitchers. If they want to take a script, all you got to do is go across the freeway and look at the Los Angeles Dodgers. Now they build their team, their farm system develop. The Dodgers have Walker Buehler, Clayton Kershaw, who are homegrown guys. Julio Reyes, who they got there too as well. Dustin May. Just the list goes on and on and on and on. That's just the pitchers. We're not even talking about the offense and Cody Bellinger, who they got. They signed Max Muncy to a very nice deal. They got him for basically scraps. Same with Chris Taylor. So you just look at the difference on that. That's why the Dodgers are making the playoffs. That's why they're in first place every single year. And that's why the Angels, they'll always draw because of Mike Trout. But at the end of the day, it's all about winning and being a stable franchise. Without stable pitching, you can't be a stable franchise. So a release of Albert Pujols brings back full circle. It's a sad day for baseball. I wish they just would have kept him on the roster, let him do his final year, do the tour thing like Derek Jeter did his final year. I have a feeling Pujols will get picked up by somebody. Hopefully the Colorado Rockies. They don't really got a whole lot going on. They're probably going to be sellers big time at the trading deadline. Maybe get him, put Pujols at first base, let him play, let him do his grand tour, put him back in the National League. Do that, but let him try to hit as many home runs as he can for his last year before he goes out riding high, right into the sunset. So, anyways, Albert Pujols, thank you for all the memories. You are a GOAT. You are an incredible baseball player. You are going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer. I'm sorry that you kind of got done dirty like this, but hey, it is what it is. It's a business at the end of the day. So they signed you to probably one of the worst contracts of all time. It's what it is. So, but anyways, so that's why the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim, all access to their name right this time, will never be a contender. Will never be a franchise you have to worry about. Will never be a team who will be the playoffs, who will make the World Series, who will win the World Series as long as Mike Trout is on the team. Just because the fact is they can't figure out, how to get pitching, how to develop pitching, and how to sign pitching. So, just it is what it is. You can disagree with me. I can just tell you you can disagree with me and tell me to my face I'm an idiot. That's great. I don't really care. You look at the numbers, you look at the stats, you can't deny everything that I'm saying. They don't even have a playoff win in Mike Trout's tenure. So, that's all you need to know. So, all right. And the last thing we're going to talk about is the football side. We're going to talk about the Aaron Rodgers drama. Honestly, I don't think there's a whole lot of drama. I think it's a lot of talking heads trying to stir up shit. I don't think if you're Aaron Rodgers, you're Packers, you have to worry about a whole lot. I think one nice dinner, one phone call, one face-to-face meeting with everybody, just get everything out in the open, out in the clear. I think that's going to do it. Aaron Rodgers doesn't seem like a guy who wants all this stuff lingering over his head. He's a competitor. He wants to compete. He wants to win. Was he done wrong by the Packers last year when they drafted Jordan Love and didn't get a phone call and didn't call him to let him know what was going on? If that's the case, absolutely. Just as it's a professional respect where, hey, you say, hey, man, just let you know we're going to draft this dude. You're still our guy. We're just gonna let you know we're doing exactly what we did with Favre to you. We're gonna have him in there. We're gonna have him develop. We're gonna have him just get better over the next 4 or 5 years like we did with you with Brett Favre. So just a common courtesy. Just let him know what the game plan is. But to trade up to get a quarterback when you have the best quarterback in the NFL or at least a top 2 guy, it's just kind of ludicrous and asinine. But that's the way the Packers are. And then they don't get him any help when he needs it. They haven't got him a number 2 receiver in forever. They get the last 10 drafts, they've drafted 9 defensive guys and 1 offensive guy. They just drafted a receiver this year in the 3rd round. So we'll see how that goes. But they got one of the best receivers in all of football. They got a really nice running team with Aaron Jones and Corey Dillon too. Was it Corey Dillon? AJ Dillon. I apologize. AJ Dillon, their other running back too, they just got. So they got a nice 1-2 punch there. So we'll see what happens. Green Bay is kind of a franchise who needs Aaron Rodgers more than Aaron Rodgers needs Green Bay. Now the rumors are he might go to Denver, he might go to Las Vegas. I mean, it just makes a lot more sense if he's going to go somewhere. I think Denver would be a much better spot. Number one, they got a lot more talent. Number two, their defense is better. And number three, they got weapons upon weapons for the wide receivers. And Rodgers would be able to pick, all the different teams, the Raiders, the Chiefs, and the Los Angeles Chargers all day with what he can do and all those weapons. So he would have 4 guys to choose from every single day. And then also he would have a double running back with Williams and Gordon. So he would have a lot of weapons. He would have a lot of toys to play with, a lot more than what he has at Green Bay. He'd be a lot happier playing in Mile High. It would kind of be like the new Peyton Manning 2.0, except for he's got more arm talent than Peyton. So, but we'll see what happens. It's just interesting, all the drama, how all these talking heads saying he's happy, he's mad, he's happy, he's mad, he's sad, he's crying. Just let it play out. Let these guys do everything they got to do. They're all professionals. They all have to do a job. At the end of the day, I think he won't go anywhere. He'll be a Packer at the end of the day. They'll just, he just wants to air his grievances. He just wants to know what's going on. He wants to know the direction of the franchise, which he's entitled to, especially because he's putting his body on the line, and he's done it for so many years now, being 38 years old. He's getting a little long in the tooth, just for the fact that he's not going to rush as more. He's not going to be as fleet of foot, and all that stuff. He's going to need more weapons to keep himself upright, to keep the chains moving per se, and all that stuff too as well, which is totally understandable. When you're 37, 38, you don't want to get hit like you're 24, 25. Your body can't take those hits either. So totally understandable. Both sides are kind of at a fork in the road. The Packers management, they don't really want to I don't know if they don't also want to talk to him, or if they want to contact him, or if they just want to say like it's none of your business, just shut up and play, I guess. I don't know what they're doing, but it is what it is. So they have their philosophy. Rodgers has his philosophy. So it'll be interesting to see how it all plays out. So that's the big drama right now. And then also too, really cool thing. I hope I say his name right. Kwity Paye for the Indianapolis Colts was the first round pick to sign. The dude seems like a really nice guy. He told his mom on TV on the NFL draft that she'll never have to work again. So that was pretty cool. So I hope that's true, and I hope he has a great and long career in the Colts. The Colts organization is phenomenal. So I think he's going to fit right in that culture. I'm just so proud that he got signed, got his money, got his contract. So, football season I know doesn't start for a while, but it's nice talking about it and kind of just keeping everybody updated on all the stuff that's going on. So, all right. So anyways, that's my episode today. I am Ty Guy, the sports guy, talking about baseball, fantasy baseball, football, and fantasy football. So I hope you all enjoyed the show today. If you have any questions, comments, please let me know. Please give me the thumbs up, like, subscribe, share, add. I really appreciate it. Thank you for all the thumbs up from yesterday's video. I really appreciate that. So, all right, everybody, have a wonderful rest of your Saturday, May 8th, 2021. Seize the day, have a blast, and enjoy your day. All right, I am Ty Guy, the sports guy, and I am out. Take care, everybody. Bye.